The Iowa legislature passed a bill Wednesday that could change a lot of what's being taught in Iowa schools, especially when it comes to social studies.
That's right. KCCI's Bo Bowman joins us now after talking with lawmakers about what impacts the bill could have on classrooms. Bo.
Well, the bill calls for a wide review of all curriculum in all subjects to take place over the next year by the Department of Education. But it also includes a list of what must be taught in social studies classes, something opponents say lawmakers should leave to the educators.
What it is to look at the curriculum that we're teaching our kids from K through 12.
Republican Senator Brad Zahn led the bill through the Senate that instructs the Department of Education to do a wide-ranging review of what is and what should be taught in Iowa schools. The bill also mandates what must be in the new social studies curriculum, requiring instruction on important events and influential people in the history of Western civilization, the United States, and the state of Iowa.
There's a lot of people that think that some of the curriculum that's being taught, which is Western civilization, history of the United States, some of our founding fathers, it's very important that we think is being missed.
We are prescribing things to be changed while we review them, which seems very backwards to me.
Representative Molly Buck, a Democrat from Ankeny, doesn't disagree with the idea for a review on what is being taught, but says the more requirements that are put into place ties teachers' hands even tighter.
We take some of that away from them. We take some of their agency away from them, and that's concerning to me.
It is a very narrow, U.S.-centric look.
The Iowa State Education Association says the social studies requirements don't give students all the necessary perspectives, and that teachers should be more involved in what is included in the curriculum.
Is a laundry list that was not created by educational experts. It was a list that was created by elected politicians.
Opponents say all the requirements put into place with this bill would leave less class time for other topics, but supporters claim nothing is set in stone until after the review would be complete.
Nothing was ruled in or out. It was brought up about African studies and world studies. It's not descriptive that says that that can't be part of the curriculum.
The bill is now on the governor's desk, but her staff has not announced if or when it would be signed.